Hi, everybody. Welcome, week 2 on our little realtor report here with Chris Bergen and me, Amber Callahan. We really are glad that you came to watch, just trying to keep you up to date on the market, let you know everything that's going on during this crazy crisis, because, a lot of you are sitting at home. So hopefully we have some good information for you today. We'll keep it quick. And go ahead, Chris, you got some stats.
We have some stats. So keeping the comparison the same as last time. As a reminder, we're tracking the west side of Cleveland. So Lakewood, Cam's Corner, Rocky River, Bay Village, Fairview Park, and Westlake. So our 6 cities on the west side that we're tracking activity. And we'll share some stories with you as well of what we're seeing out there. So the good news is, since April 7th, so last time we met, there have been 17 new listings in that 6-city area. Not a ton, but it's still new listings, new inventory. Prices range from $66,000 up to $529,000. And in fact, the one at $529,000, as we're coming on live with you, has been moved from active to contingent, sold already in a couple days.
Is that the one in Lakewood?
Maple Cliff and Lakewood.
Maple Cliff. I was just talking about that with the client today.
So 17 new. So if you break it down by city a little bit, Lakewood, 3 new listings, Cam's 3. Interesting enough, 0 new listings in Rocky River. Interesting. 4 for Bay, 5 for Westlake, 3 for Fairview. It's pretty consistent across the board as far as how many went contingent and pending in each city as well. So, Lakewood 4 contingent, 11 pending, Cam's 5 and 6 respectively. So everybody's been pretty much on the same path of a couple new listings in a week, a couple going under contract, and a couple moving through to the pending status. So interesting enough, looking at all the listings in the 6-city radius here, only 4 more listings went off market due to COVID-19. So again, not bad. We're not losing many sellers from staying on the market. And again, we're moving quite a few in each community each week. Here's the interesting factor. We've had 24 properties sell and transfer since last week on the 7th. Out of the 24 that sold, 14 or more were at or over list price, with an average home selling for 99.35% of list price. Price ranges were all over the board again, from as low as $99,900 up to $450,000. So again, we're moving inventory. Traffic's good. Sellers are getting what they're asking for, and it's a healthy market. Not as large a volume as we would usually see in April, but again, it's not closed down either.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of buyers out there. I mean, I was showing some properties over in Fairview Park this weekend, for example, and we had one that sold in one day, in Fairview Park. I mean, it just seems to be moving fast. There's a lot of buyers and they're not going anywhere. They say that the numbers are the numbers. Millennials, baby boomers, all these different generations, people are buying, and we have a limit on homes that we're selling. So it's just still causing, if you're priced right. Right.
If we look at the days on market, the ones that went contingent, 27 of them, average time on market 40 days. The quickest was under contract in 4 days, and the longest was 131. But if we jump to the 24 that sold, market time there, average 41 days. And when you consider it takes 30 to get through inspections and other contingencies and appraisals and other lender requirements, it's about as quick as we can do it, unless it's cash.
Right. Yeah. So, it's good news out there. Now, what would you say, Chris? There are some houses that are still sitting on the market that have maybe been on there for a while. There always is, but what would you say to that if a seller was asking?
Price and condition, if it's been sitting, because there is activity. I know you've got some stats on what the buyer traffic looks like out there, but there was a new listing in Lakewood that I went to show on Friday when it came into the market, and I couldn't get in the door. Since we're only allowing one buyer and one agent in per 30-minute time slot, This new listing literally had a showing every 30 minutes from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. on Friday. So we had to go on Saturday. And when I pulled up there Saturday for our appointment, there were people leaving. So buyer traffic that, just on that one particular listing was sky high. What are you guys seeing out there on your traffic?
Yeah, so Showing Time is a service that us realtors use to schedule appointments, third-party service, and they are doing some statistics. And what's interesting is when this crisis started, we saw a very, distinct drop in showings, the amount of people, people going to look at apartments or at houses. And from there, what's been interesting is it stopped going down. We've kind of reached a plateau, so we're flattening our showing time curve.
Good.
So, we haven't gone significantly up, just maybe a little bit. So buyers are scared to get out a little bit, maybe sellers are limiting the showings. We've been doing a lot of things. I know a lot of agents that are doing virtual showings.
Right.
So what I guess we're trying to say is don't be afraid. If you need to sell, you need to buy, you want to sell and buy, it's still a good time. It's still a good time.
Are you seeing a lot of masks and gloves out there by your clients that you're meeting or people leaving?
Yes. I'm wearing a mask and gloves, and same with my clients. The governor recently here in Ohio recommended that everybody, when you go out, to wear a mask. So we're not requiring it, but we're being very safe. So that's something that, you and the clients can discuss.
No, it was good to see when I showed up Saturday to meet my clients. They both got out of their car, both wearing masks. So
right. I've seen a mixed bag when I go to the store. I've seen some people with, some people without. So, but I know that Cuyahoga County today, they had the health board, he did an announcement. He said that he definitely recommends that everybody wear a mask out in public.
Any other buyer traffic anecdotes you have available?
They're keeping me moving. Yeah, I have one scheduled for tomorrow morning in West Park. So they're out there, so sellers, don't be scared. I will say that you wanted to talk about next week, some of the things we want to discuss.
So next week, to give everybody a little preview of coming attractions, we'll have finished an analysis of the first quarter statistics for several communities we track in Cuyahoga County, some in Lorain County as well. So we'll have the stats for the first quarter for everybody. And then we'll also pull March and April year to date and compare that to March and April from 2019 year to date. So we have a little bit of an apples to apples comparison of
those are really important numbers. So it's not just us talking. You can see in the data that where we're at in comparison to this time last year.
Exactly. And then we'll be able to project a little bit where we think the second quarter is going to finish up based on what we're seeing so far for April going into May.
I can't believe it's almost the end of the second quarter.
Getting close. And one last thing to share with you too, since we last met with everybody here. I did my first virtual listing presentation, and it went well. And it was with a client who had only used FaceTime once before, and it went fine. I was able to get a very good feel for the interior of the home, the exterior. Already had all the market data available, so putting together the presentation and the recommendations pretty easy.
So they were kind of FaceTiming and showing you around the house?
And it worked really well with her iPad because she had a bigger screen and was able to show more. So it worked out real well.
Great, but they can use a phone too. So that's something to think about.
Exactly.
If you don't, we don't need to even go in your house. We can get you an evaluation and what you think would be the highest, best price for you.
Exactly. And we were able to, we put the meeting off for 1 or 2 weeks and finally said, why don't we just do it virtually so we don't delay it any longer, and it worked out fine. So it's good. All right. Any realtor tips you want to end with today for everybody else?
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to try to end with some realtor tips. So today I want to talk about apps. Everybody, you're sitting around, busy, not busy. Yeah, so you're out there, you're on your phone, you're looking at Realtor app, you're looking at Zillow app. We want to tell you, no, don't look at them. They're not accurate. So you call us, you're thinking about it, you drive past and it's probably already sold. Or maybe it had a price reduction. It's not accurate. So we have an app there's a app called HomeSnap. And they give it to us agents. We can give it to you. And what's great about it is it's attached to the MLS. So
Right.
it's accurate. So as soon as we know of a change in property status, you know. As soon as it goes on the market, it goes on that app. It's accurate. And it is very user-friendly. Has a lot of data in there. Even if you want to look up realtors, you can do that. So, and we're not calling you all the time. So you're not having random people call you if you're like, ask me more information. It's just going to be whoever the agent is that gave it to you. You know, they can answer the questions, or anybody. So that's my tip of the day, HomeSnap app. If you're looking for it, leave us a message,
Right.
you know, give us a call, an email. We just need an email address and we can send it to you.
You're saying take this time that you're sitting here at home to break your habits on the other apps and get used to HomeSnap.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we will talk to you again next week.
See you next week.